Hey, Elder Geek Gamer here, and today I wanted to show you and share with you my ultimate setup for my retro gaming consoles. It's been a long journey, well, it has been for many of you out there. If you've been into collecting and playing retro games, the holy grail has always been how do we get output to our CRTs and our 4K TVs and make it really look good and make it simple. So the solution for me is finally in place. It's been some time coming and I've spent some money doing this, but it's worth it. I really, really like it. And so let me walk you through what I did. First of all, my journey started like with most people, and we went to some inexpensive solution to try to get the output from our Xbox or our PS2 or whatever. And we started with something like this, which is a pound cable. And it was a valiant attempt, but no go. The quality just wasn't there. It was fuzzy, it was muddy looking, you name it. So looking for an HDMI solution, I decided to try out the Keiko brand. I watched several reviews on this, and the reviews have been pretty good. And I think this is really, for the money, one of the better HDMI output solutions for some of these OG consoles. And I've got that for the Dreamcast, for the Xbox, and for the PS2. So, but, silly me, I decided after spending that money that I didn't want an HDMI out solution. In some ways I do, but I didn't. I really wanted a component solution. So at that point in time, I was using a switch similar to this one to run this Samsung 480p EDTV behind me and switch everything out, and you'd press buttons on what particular unit you wanted to enable so you could play with it and that type of stuff. But you know, it's an older solution. There is some degradation of signal, but it was pretty high quality. And of course, one of the other problematic things is you get all kinds of cables like this that have been around for forever, and they feed multiple systems, and just in the nature of that, I think reduces some quality. So those had to go. So where do you start? Well, I started where a lot of people start or end up, and that's with HD Retrovision cables. So I bought these for each of the systems that you see behind me, except of course for the Dreamcast, because we don't know when that's going to come out. I'm hoping it's in my lifetime, and I'm getting kind of old, so hurry it up, would you? But anyway, the HD Retrovision cables are all on the Sega Saturn, they're on the Xbox, and they're on the PS2 Fat. And hopefully it'll be on the Dreamcast soon. But rather than just route that through those new HD Retrovision cables through the old switcher, you'll see behind me in that purple bumper that comes from Laser Bear Designs is a G-Comp 8x2 switch. And that is a component switch. It'll also do composite, but I don't see any need for that. So it takes all my component signals from the HD Retrovision cables and pushes them out to my various devices. So here's where things get really cool. So not only do things go to this 480p EDTV, so if I turn this on and give it a second to boot, because it's not an Xbox Series X, it's going to take a minute. But I tell you, everything that I've looked at on this TV, it's partly the TV and partly the cables, is just pristine. It's some of the best looking component output I've seen in a long time. So right away, I can go strictly to that. I can turn off the Xbox and turn on the PS2, and the switcher automatically sees that as the new active device. I don't have to push a button. I can be as lazy as I want to be, and it automatically switches to the current device that's powered on. So as you can see me, that is continuing to boot up. Now, what else is cool about that is it has two active outputs. So one's going to the TV. So what I do with the second active output? Well, if you look right there, that is a RetroTink 5X Pro that Mike Chi just recently released. I had just a couple of months ago purchased the RetroTink 2X Pro, and then I heard that Mike was going to come out with the 5X Pro, so I went, oh well, guess this is going up on eBay. But it is awesome. The 5X Pro is really high quality, and it lets me keep everything into a component chain. Okay, so at the end of the 5X Pro, what do I have? Well, I've got an HDMI out, right? So there's two things I can do with that. Next to me is an LG C10, and let's power that up. And I realize you're just seeing the corner of the TV, but you can see Mechasult in 1440p. So not only can I simultaneously display to my 480p CRT, but I can output to this device. Now right behind me on top of my PlayStation 5 is an HDMI 1-in 2-out splitter. So what am I doing there? Well, one of those is feeding this TV here, the LG, but you can't see it because it's behind the camera. But my desktop over there, my PC over there, and there are two capture devices that I have. I have a Hauppauge Pro 60, PVR Pro 60, I think it is. And I also have the Elgato 4K 60S Plus. All these names will drive you nuts. Anyway, so all in one chain, I can take and put out to my 480p, take it out to my LG C10, and take it out to my capture card. Of course, there's a limitation on that. 1080p is about the best I can get out of the that works. I can't capture 1440 or anything like that, so 1080p is what I've been capturing at. If you want to see an example of that, take a look at the Mechasold video I just recently did, the first one. I'm going to do a follow-up here sometime soon. But take a look at that Mechasold video and see what you think. That's the quality coming out 1080p through the 5X Pro. So, for me, my holy grail is finally here. Wow! It's been a long journey. I spent a lot of money getting the wrong solutions. But thanks to all those people out there, the YouTube creators who have guided the way and kind of given me the ideas for how I put this together. I hope you like this. I think if you saw it, you would really enjoy using it. I'd be really interested in your feedback. What do you have to take care of your games? What's your preferred method? Did you skip component, just go straight to HDMI and have an HDMI switcher, or how did you do it? For me, I'm sticking with this. I love it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.